Today in this session, we are going to see about the concept of goal management in the Fusion application team. So let me go to the sheet. So what is this goal management is about? And what are basically the concept of goals in the system, how to create them, and how to assign to the employees, and what basis basically the evaluation will happen. That all we will see in the system. So as we have seen already the talent profile team, next topic that we have to start will be the goal management in the Fusion system. After goal management, we are going to start with the performance management. But before we creating any performance management related configurations in the system, goal management is a prerequisite because employees will be evaluated based upon the goals also. I mean, goals is one of the criteria. Within performance management, we have other sections also on which we can evaluate the employee. I mean, different criteria on which we can evaluate the employee performance. But one such criteria will be goal in the system. So what do you mean by goals in the application team? Let me explain you here. Okay, what do you mean by goals in the system? See, we can call goals as set of targets. Okay, set of targets or objectives which an employee have to achieve for that particular period. Let's suppose team, in your client organization, your client, let's say, following annual performance evaluation. Like every year, their cycle will be something from January to December. Every year, this will be the performance evaluation period. This is the year, basically. So every year, employees' performance will be evaluated for this particular period, Jan to December cycle. It might be varies from client to client. Some clients might follow April to March or July to June. It could be anything. Okay. But let's suppose if your client is going to evaluate your employees from the period of Jan to December every year. That is the evaluation period for your client's organization. On what basis that person will be evaluated, team? Initially, the start of the year, let's suppose we are in 2023. Before start of this evaluation period, so Jan to December is a cycle. So in the month of October, November, or December 2022 only, the goals will be assigned to the employees for the coming period, team. On what basis the employees will be evaluated? The set of targets that which we are going to give to our employees for this particular review year, you have to be performing all these things. You have to achieve all these goals in this particular year. Like that, we have to assign the goals to the employee for the period for which we are going to evaluate. Okay. So every year, prior to the year starting only, we will be completing the goal assignment to the employee team. Like assigning of goals should be done. So if you are implementing performance evaluation to the client, and if you want to evaluate the employee based upon the goals that you are assigning to the employee team, this goal management will come into the picture. We have to configure the goals in the system, and every year we have to assign the goals to the employee. Once the year completed, once the evaluation started, the respective managers or the HRs will evaluate the employee based upon the goals that are assigned to him for the year. Whether this employee achieved these goals in this year or not, that will be evaluated. So goals are nothing but set of targets or objectives that which we are going to assign to the employees for the particular year. Let's suppose, team, in my organization, there is a position called sales manager in respective legal employer, in respective business unit, in respective department. There is an employee who will be working on a position called sales manager. So the goals will be differed from job to job or position to position, because the sales manager goals will be what he will be doing as a sales manager. He is responsible for doing the sales in the organization. So his goals might be something like that, something like generate 70% of sales revenue. So under his portfolio, this is the goal that which we are assigning to that person. Generate 70% of sales revenue, or create brand awareness. Okay. Okay. Or conduct at least 20 sales programs in the year. Okay. Or what else we can have, team? Something like create or build. Okay. Or build a sales team. Okay. Build a sales team with 10 members. Okay. Then something like you can have some other goal, something like introduce 3 brand new products. Okay. And then something like achieve 40% of sales conversion with advertising. Okay. Something like that. You can have more also. So every employee, whoever working in the organization team, with respective to the job or position in what he is working, accordingly, his job related or his position related targets we are going to give to the employees team, or the goals we will be assigning to that employee. So there is an employee, Mr. Ramesh is there, Mr. Ramesh Kumar is there, let's say, who is working as a sales manager. And these are the goals which I want to assign to Ramesh Kumar for the year 2023, Jan to December. So once the year completed and once the performance evaluation started, the manager of Ramesh Kumar can evaluate the performance of Ramesh based upon these goals, whether this Ramesh generated 70% revenue in this current financial year or not, whether he achieved the brand awareness creation to the customers or not, or did he conducted at least 20 sales program activities or not, or did he build 10-member sales team or not, or did he introduce 3 new brand portfolios into the market in this financial year or not, did he achieve 40% of their sales turnover with the advertising that they have done. So on these basis, the manager of Ramesh Kumar will evaluate Ramesh ratings team. So he will provide his ratings. So something like here, very good. Okay. Then create brand awareness is not up to the mark. So manager can give the rating something like average. Okay. Conduct at least 20 sales programs. So extremely good. Extremely good. Then it is again good. Then something like it is very good. Okay. Then achieve sales per, he is very poor in this. He didn't achieve this goal in that year. Even you can have the star ratings also, team, something like 5 star for this, okay, or 3 star for this. That is how we are going to design our performance template team. Basically, we have our performance rating models. In the yesterday's session that which I have given, in that I have explained the performance rating models team. You can make use of them in order to enable the rating options to the managers. That's a different thing which we can see in the performance template when we're defining team. But the concept of goals is this one, team. The set of targets or objectives that which we are assigning to every employee working in the organization according to his job or position, what he is working for. Once that particular year completed, performance evaluation, the respective managers giving to the employees on the goals, whatever assigned to that employees, the evaluation will be done, team. So for this, first of all, we have to implement the goal management module in the system. In goal management module, we have to configure all these different types of goals across the organization, and we have to assign the goals to every employees before the performance evaluation starts, team. Okay. Now, these are the goals related to sales manager position. Now, if it is a HR related, department related jobs or position, they have their respective business related goals. or if it is a finance department related jobs or positions, then that business area related goals will be there. So client will give us like these are the list of goals, Kumar, we are going to use in our performance evaluation process for assigning across different employees. So we have to define all these things and we have to enroll to the employee team. How that has to be done, we are going to see now. So when I'm talking about the goal management team, it's not a big module. It's a very small module to understand. So I will list out what are the setups that we have in the goal management team. Okay. So let me keep it here. Okay. Okay. So you can have, these are the configurations at which we have to discuss in the goal management module team. So as we know that the concept of descriptive flex fields and lookups, I don't think so this is required again to discuss team. But the only thing is, if you want to define any custom descriptive flex fields on any goal management screens, or if you want to define any lookups to the fields on the goal management screens, then we have a respective individual task for that particular configuration scheme. So let me go to the system and let me go to setup and maintenance. Let me go to setup and maintenance. Okay. Then let me come to workforce development, because our goal management comes under the development offering, development, and search with manage goal percentile. Then all the tasks related to the goals will come. Sorry, not goal. It will be manage workforce. Not even workforce, sorry, manage worker goal. Okay. 1 second. Workforce, or let me search in this way. Or else you can directly search with goal. Yeah. Worker goal descriptive flex field. Worker goal values, where we'll have something like lookups also. Worker goal setting lookups, worker goal descriptive flex field, right team? So you have an individual task for this. So if you want to configure any descriptive flex fields on the goal management related setups or the configuration screens, go to worker goal descriptive flex field team. Okay. And then here, these are the descriptive flex field sections that we have, which we have seen in our core HR, right? In DFFs, we have manage person descriptive flex field, manage assignment descriptive flex field, or manage, what else we have? Person address descriptive flex fields, or manage work structures descriptive flex field. How we have different individual tasks for DFFs available team. Here, within the goal management, on any screens of the goal management, if you want to define a flex fields, you have to come to this respective task and you can go to that particular section and you can define your descriptive flex field. These things we know. So we don't need to talk about again how to configure a flex field, all these things. Simply, or else what you can do, team, rather than coming to this one, you can be on the screen of whatever the screen that you are expecting to create the flex field. Then you can highlight the flex field. Then you can see the DFF sections available on that screen. Then also you can define team. So just for your knowledge purpose, what is the individual task available for goal management screens if you want to define a DFF? This is the task team. Similarly, for lookups also, worker goal setting lookups. So these are the different attributes on the goal management module related screens with list of values coming up. The seeded Oracle delivered fields with list of values. If you want to define a lookup values for any of the goal management screens related lookups, then you can come to worker goal setting lookup. And you know, right, you can go to that particular lookup and you can add the lookup code. Within that, what is system defined, what is extensible, what is user. We pretty much know very detailedly all these things. So just keep it in mind. We have a individual task in a goal management module. If you want to configure any lookups, we should come to worker goal setting lookups. And then team. I have to talk about one more thing. What is that team? Profile options is one concept we have within the goal module. So if I go to worker goal setting profile option values team. So here, certain features with respective to the goal module, you can control from this profile options team. See, across the module, we have the concept of profile options. Usually you will work on manage administrative profile option values, right? Here, particularly in goal management, if you want to enable certain features or disable certain features, or you want to have a control of validations on respective features or components with respective to the goal management, then you can come to worker goal setting profile option values team. So these are not mostly used concepts, but here and there you might have to come to this respective task in order to enable or disable certain features on the goal module related screens or validations to enable team. So here something called, first one, if you can see team, HRG, human resource goal. HRG stands for human resource goal, add goal required approval. So if I go to this one, I can understand what is this profile option is about. See, require manager approval for adding a new goal. So basically in the system, when we adding a new goal, that will go for the concerned manager for approval team. So if you come a profile level, if you keep site, by default it will come with site. Here profile value no or yes. If I keep no, then what is that meaning team? Require manager approval for adding a new goal, you are telling no. So when you add a goal in the system, it will not go for any manager approval. Directly it will add to the employee because you are telling it is not required. No, you are setting up. But if you want to enable that one, keep it as yes. So whenever a goal is being added to the employee team, it will go for manager approval. You are mandating that particular thing by keeping as yes. When you use level as site level, in the entire application level, that particular feature you are enabling it team. The meaning is. So this is one of the profile option. Then enable goal library. So if I go here team, next we are going to talk about one concept called goal library team. Okay. So this particular feature in the system we want to enable or not. See, goal library enabled. Yes. If we keep it no, then this particular feature of goal library will be disabled in the system. I can't see it in the front end. So like that team, but by studying that profile option, you can understand what is that feature is about, whether we have to enable that feature or disable that feature. Front end, we are going to have the impact on all these things team. Or let's say something like I have a delete goal request approval. See, requires manager approval for deleting a goal. Let's suppose one of the employee deleting his goal in the system. Then you are expecting that that approval should go to the manager. Yes. If I keep no here team, then that will disable. That approval will not trigger to the manager. So you are switching off that functionality in the entire system level team. So like that, certain features with respective to the goal management, you can find here team. So whatever you enable and whatever you disable in the front end, when we are doing certain configuration on the goal management or certain transactions in the goal management, that features will impact team. Okay. So that is about profile option values. This one you can self-explore one by one once you get into the detailed understanding of the goal management team. So a part of these things, lookups, descriptive flex field, profile option, value sets we knew. When you're defining any custom DFF here, the value set you will be tagging, correct? The list of values. So a part of these four items or the configurations in the goal management team, one more thing, we have something called team goal management notification settings. As we discussed, I mean, in the yesterday session, probably you might have noticed in the talent profile also, we have something called talent notifications. So with respective to the talent suite, it might be talent profile, profile management, or it might be goal management, or it might be performance management or succession management. For all these things, certain notifications will be available in the system team. Like whenever certain transactions are being made in this module for the respective employees, then the notifications, FYI, for your information, notifications will be triggering. Similarly, in the goal management module, if you want to control that notifications, whether you want to enable that notifications or disable, you have to go to this respective task theme. Goal management notification settings. Go to this one. Okay. Then you will land up on talent notifications team. So profile management, that what we have seen in yesterday's session. Then here we have goal management team. Next, we have to come to performance module. That time we have to see in the performance management team. So here, when you come to goal management, all the notifications with respect to the goal module, you can find here. So these all are the different transactions or the configurations with respect to the goal module team. See, first one, if you see, HR assigns goal. One second. HR assigns goal plan. What is this notification is about, team? Worker receives notification when human resource specialist performs mass assignment of goals. So in the system, whenever HR create the goals and assign to the employee team, concerned employee will receive the notification in the bell icon. This goal added to you by this particular HR, like that. Here in the notifications, they can see that the goals are assigned to. So that notification is related to this one team. So if I enable that one, then only in the system, when that particular transaction triggers, when a HR assign a goal to the employee, the concerned party will receive the notification team. If I am not checking box this one, my client is telling, Kumar, I don't want to send the notifications because for every employee, I might assign 5 goals or 10 goals. So I don't want to send that all notifications for each goal. That will confuse the employee probably. Please switch off that. Then don't enable it. Just switch off that. So when this particular transaction performed in the system, goals will tag, but that employee will not receive any notification team. That is about this option. Like that, you can study very self-explorable team. This is about what team next. 1 second. Next, HR cancels goal. Like HR added the goal, but unfortunately, he found that a wrong goal was tagged to the employee. HR trying to cancel it or delete it. Okay. Then the notification should trigger to the worker or not. Or let's say HR generates a goal plan. Like in absence module, how we have absence plan team. In goal management, we have to create a goal plan and we have to assign to the employees team. So see, worker receives notification when HR generates a goal plan. Do you want to be sending or not? Then after HR managers transactions, you can see. See, worker receives notification when manager creates a goal or manager deletes a goal, manager assigns a goal, like that thing, or manager updates a goal, or manager updates a completed goal to the employee, or when worker creates a goal, manager should receive the notification or not. So these are very self-explorable things, team. So you can study the notification name and you can understand, like in which scenario, in which transaction you are expecting the notification should trigger. So enable and disable, the options are here, team. And how that notification will show, you can even find here, team. View notification template. If I click on that, okay. If I click on that, I can land up on this particular XMLP server, basically where we can find the notification template. I mean, you can even customize your template also. I mean, one copy will come to bell icon and one copy will go to employee email. We know, right? Obviously, notifications in our day before yesterday session only, I told you, when approvals being confirmed, triggering, one copy will come in the bell icon within the application and one copy will come to email. So the format of the template also you can customize it, like in Oracle BI Publisher, okay, where for every notification, standard data model or the RTF template will be available. Anything you want to customize, you can do, but that we are not going to see. Actually, prior releases, This column was not available here, team. But Oracle, to make the customers more, make the application more user-friendly, here itself Oracle embedded the notification templates also. Because some of the users might not know how to customize the seeded templates for the notification related to goals. So directly you can click on that, which will navigate to your OBIE XMLP server where you can customize the template. It's actually a latter point of time in one of the quarterly upgradation, this feature came in. Earlier it was not available. So this is about talent notifications. So client will give you the requirement for which notifications they are expecting that notification, which transactions the notifications to be triggering and for which they don't want. Enable and disable accordingly. So that is about talent or goal management notifications. So after these things, what else we have to configure in goal management team? So how you are going to assign the goals to the employee team? Ultimately, we have to create a goal plan in the system. In the entire goal management configuration, the key setup or the main setup is creating the goal plan to the employees. This is the main thing. Creating goal plans to the employee. Why? Because team, when you creating the goal plan, you will assign all your goals team. Let's suppose as of now, I'm adding these example goals team. It could be 10, 20, 30, whatever the number of goals. Create a goal plan. In that goal plan, you assign all the goals, whatever you want to enroll to the employee. And while you creating the goal plan only team, we are going to have something called eligibility profile tagging. For which set of people this goal plan we have to tag. So same like our absence module team. If you come back and try to remember, when we creating an absence plan, we have tagged the eligibility profile to the plan level. So in the system, whenever hiring happening, what happens team? Whoever the people eligible to that particular plan enrollment is happening. Correct. In the goal management also, goal plan will be tagged to the employees based upon the eligibility profile that which we are going to assign at the plan level team. So let us see what are the steps that we have to follow in order to create the goal plan and assign to the employee team. First and the foremost thing will be team, creating the goals or create the goals. I will list out some steps here team. Please follow that one. Step 1. Okay. Create the goals or create all organization or company related goals. All goals I'm talking about in goal library. We have a concept called goal library in the system. Create all organization goals, nothing but what you are going to assign to the employee team, or you can call it as performance goals or organization goals, anything you can name it team. Create all performance goals in goal library. Step 1 is this one team. What is that? Create all performance goal in goal library. For that team, we have a task available called goal library. Go to this respective task first of all in the system. We have something here called team goal library. Go to goal library, and here we have to list out all your goals in the system team. Like client has given you 200 or 300 goals. Means these are the different goals which I want to assign across all my employees. That client will provide us what are the list of goals they are going to assign to the employees team. So goal library is nothing but a place where we can store all the company related goals in the system, which they are going to enroll to the employee team. So library means what? Usually a place where we will store all the books. Correct? Goal library means what? A place where we will store all the goals in the system. Okay. First, to go to the goal library. This, once you click on goal library, you will land upon this one, performance goal library. So when you are working in your client's application team, when you come here, nothing will be available. You have to define all the goals of your client, that what they are going to assign to the employees team in this library. It's a goal repository in the application team. How? Click on this plus icon. Okay. This goal library you can perform from your responsive task also. That look and feel will be different, but you can define from here also team. Let me list out these only. Generate 70% sales revenue. So external ID will come automatically for each goal you are defining team. Then description. So here, not all the attributes to be filled up. Whatever usually in every implementation that we will provide, they are sufficient team. So goal details, status active, then available to. So when you creating the goal in the system only team, you can set up certain restriction based upon the role. Like 3 people will be involved in performance evaluation team. One is employee, nothing but worker. One is manager of that employee. And one is HR of that employee team. So whatever the goal I am creating, I can have the restriction enabled. This goal to be given access to which people in the system. If I select only HR specialist, only HR will have access to this goal in the system. Means for an employee, only HR can assign this goal. Manager and employee cannot assign the goal to the employee team. If I select HR specialist and manager, both HR and manager in the system will have access to this goal team, but not the employee. If I select HR, manager, and worker, all the 3 people will have access to this goal in the system. Even employee from his self-service can add this goal to himself. Or manager on behalf of employee, he can also add the goal to employee. HR, as a HR admin, he can assign. So based upon the roles, this is human resource specialist, manager, and worker roles. To whom you want to give access? I want, let's say, for all the 3. Select all the 3. Then the type we have, what type of goal it is, whether it is a performance goal, development goal, both. I'm giving it is both team. Usually we'll go with both. Then priority, medium, high, low. See, basically team, for an employee, let's say you are adding this all goals to the employee, 6 goals or 7 goals to the employee. Out of that, you have something called weightage also team. Let's say 100% you take, 100 as a full 100% you take team. Within all the goals, you can give the weightage also, priorities. So 7 goals are not important. Out of this, generate 70% revenue will have 50% of weightage out of 100. Then rest of the will have 10% weightage, this one. And other one will have only 5% weightage. And other will have again 10% weightage. And other have 20% weightage. Okay, other will have 20% weightage. Means within the goals, what you are tagging to an employee, you can maintain the priority and weightages team. That is about that one, which is high. If it is a high priority, among all the goals assigned to the employee, that will have higher weightage team. So like that, you can, if you want to make use, you can make use, or else not required. And these things are not required team. Start date and end date, these are also optional. Let's say if you want it for last year goals, if you are creating team, let's say Jan to December 2022. We are going to evaluate last year goals, current year, let's suppose. That's start date and target completion date you can give. These are just tentative dates team. Then measurement, success criteria. If you want to enable any measurement across the goals that you are tagging to the employee team, you can maintain here. Or else you can have this setup achieved via performance template also. There we can see. Then success criteria and additional details. Like if an employee achieved this particular goal, then what is the success criteria? Or any comments that you want to write. Okay. So success criteria is employee will be awarded, okay, awarded with a monetary benefit, okay, monetary benefit of 5% of his salary, something. You want to maintain some success criteria. Means if employee achieve this target in this year, then this is the success criteria. And any comment, something like that, every manager, okay, every manager has to achieve this goal. Something like that, a comment, something you want to write, you can write team. So target outcomes is not required. You can give these details sufficiently. Click on save and close. So similarly, all the goals, whatever the client given you, all the goals, first of all, you have to create in the library team. Then click on plus icon, then another goal. Okay. So quickly I will define team. I will not give all this, whatever required, just I'm giving only the basic things. Then conduct at least 20 sales program. Click on plus icon. Okay, so one close. Then build a sales team with 10 members. Okay, say one close, and then introduce 3 brand new products. So all the goals, first of all, I'm storing in my library team. I'm creating in the library, because these goals I'm going to use when I'm going to create my goal plan to assign to my employees. So this is the step 1 team. All the goals you have to create here. So if you want to search, you can find them here now. If they will show here, see. So click on this, see the goals, what you created. Now you might get a question. Kumar, as it is now only 7 or 6 goals, manually you are adding. Let's suppose in a company, my company is very big, my client's company is. My client given us some 400 or 500 goals, because diversified businesses my client is into, and different departments people are working into, and each department people will have their own target related goals. Correct. HR people will have their HR related KRS or goals. Sales people will have their, or accounts team will have their, admin team will have their. Accordingly, I have 500 different goals client given me. How can I define? We have something here called C team upload. We have the concept of spreadsheet data loader. We have discussed already in our technical sessions, right? So when you click on this upload button team, a template will download. Okay, click on upload, a template will get download team. Open this one, then it will prompt us for signing. Okay, click on enable editing, and then you have to sign in team. But just give me 1 second, because I don't know what is the password of this particular thing. Let me take the password quickly, team. Because we know, right, spreadsheet, when we have to log in, we should know the password with what particular template downloaded. Okay, now I downloaded the template. It is asking me for signing. So let me sign in with our credentials team with the user which I logged in, HCM_IMPL. This is the password, and then assign. It's a spreadsheet extension only team, nothing much. See, ADF desktop integration it is asking. So directly you can land up on the template. See, land up on the template. Now select this one, and whatever you want to upload, you can upload team. Like first you insert the rows, the number of rows will get insert here. Okay, and then you can fill the details team. Whatever basically in the front end that are coming mandatory, like when I click on a plus icon, whatever the fields on the goal creation screen that comes, see goal name, description, status, available to, the same things I can see here team. See, goal name, type, available to, description, success criteria, status, priority, start date, see team. All that information only I can see here. So if you want, I can quickly upload team. Let's say just I will go with something like called, because I don't know exact name, something I will go with goal A, goal B, goal C, goal D, like that team. Okay. I'm uploading multiple goals into the system. Goal B, sorry, goal C, and goal D, then goal E, let's say. Then type, what is that goal it is? I'm giving with both. Then available to whom team, for all the people I want this. So I'm dragging it. First one you can select, and you can. Description, these are not mandatory. Status you can give, active, then drag it. Priority you want to give, let's say medium, like that team. So like this, 100, 150, 200 or 1000, whatever you want. Insert them. Insert the line. First insert the rows. As part of our spreadsheet, we have seen this. And whatever the attributes in the front end that when we creating the goals that will come, there we can see as each column team. Okay. So you can pass the data in that and simply click on upload. Keep the cursor somewhere outside here and click on upload. Click on OK. Then click on OK. Okay. See, row inserted successfully team. Now, if you want to go and check the goals, you can see here. Let me cancel it and let me search with goal. Just see team, all my goals are here. Goal A, goal B, C, D. It's a very shortest or the easiest or simplest way. Oracle given the upload button here only team. Because library is something in real time also, client will give lot of data to us. Across the organization for different people, different goals, organization level people, company is going to tag. So it might be 200, 300 or 500 or 600, whatever it is account. Upload it from here. Download the template, prepare your template with all the information about the goal and simply click on upload. So the goals will get uploaded into the system. Okay, right. Step 1 completed team. Let me close it. Step 1 completed. Create all the goals in the library. Now I have all the list of goals which I want to tag to my employees. Then step 2. Create the goal plan. How you can do that one team? How you will create the goal plan? But when you creating the goal plan in the system, we have certain prerequisites team or certain preliminary things which you have to perform in the system. Because when you're creating a goal plan, you have to capture something like review period information and performance document type information. And also team, prior to creating the goal plan, you should also define your eligibility profile. So these are the prerequisites team before you creating the goal plan. Okay. Before you creating the goal plan, these 4 are the prerequisites to define team. So let us define them as steps. Okay. So here I want to define a goal plan. So step 2 is this one. Then step 3 is this one. And step 4 is this one. Okay. Then step 5 is creating a goal plan. Let us see now. So let us see now. Because what are the prerequisites I am listing out in? Before you creating the goal plan in the system, what are the things that we have to be ready? First step is define all your goals in the goal library. That's okay. I have done that one. Now create the review period team. Because when you're defining the goal plan, system will ask us under which review period you are creating. A review period means what team? The period for which, okay, period for which you are evaluating the employee. That is called as review period team. Period for which you are evaluating the employee. That is review period team. So I'm evaluating Jan to December. So review period you have to create as 1st January. If it is for 2022, we are talking about, because we are just beginning of 23 only, right? So 1st January 2022 to 31st December 2022. This is the review period you have to define. After defining the review period team, you have to define the performance document type. So this is actually the link between the performance management module and the goal management team. Because in the performance module, we are going to integrate our goals, whatever we are tagging to the employee team. So when you're creating a performance template in the system, there it will be asking about the performance document for which year that document is about. That is 2022 performance document or 2023 performance document, what? The same document type, what you are using in the template you are creating, that same template you have to use even in the goal plan when you're creating. So performance document type will capture the employee yearly document actually, whether it is a 2022 annual performance document or 2023. Because in the front end, when we perform the transactions team, we are going to tag the PDs to the employee team, performance documents to the employee for the year team. So you have to define the performance document also team. Okay. So let's suppose I will define 2022 annual performance document. Here also we are going to capture start date and end date team, Jan to December, that one. So these two are importantly created before creating the plan for which year document that is. You are going to evaluate these goals. Then eligibility profile team. For which people you are enrolling the plan. You are enrolling the plan will be decided from this eligibility profile. I don't think so. Introduction is needed for this concept of eligibility profile, how to define. So now step one I have done team. Now I will go to review period and I define. So all these tasks, rather than picking up from the setup and maintenance FSM area team, these things, you can also find from here where you can go to the Springboard and you have a separate goals tab available team within your My Client groups. So if you come to My Client groups, here you have something called, somewhere you can find goals. See, under My Client groups functional area, you can have something called goals. You can come and you can perform from here also team. Come to the goals. All the setups or the configurations with respective to goal module, you can directly find from here also. Like in Absence, how you can find all the setups here. For respective to the goals, you can find here. So 1 second, team. There is some lagging in the instance. Let me try to refresh the application. Okay, the moment you click on the goals team, you will land up on this screen. So these are the actual configurational items in the goal module, that whatever I listed out here, all these you can find here too, except profile options or descriptive flex fields. Rest of all you can see. So performance goals we have defined here team in the library, that is done. Now the next is what team I'm telling, review period. Come here, go to review period here and select the review period, create the review period team. Let's suppose I will define here. Okay, don't worry, there is some issue in our demo instance. That's okay. So once you come to the review period team, click on create review period, and then you can define the review period team. So 2022 review period, the name I'm giving 2022 review period. For our understanding purpose, we will give it as a Tata or something team for our understanding, because to make them unique, because in this instance, people might be using this name. So I'm giving review period. Give the description, status active, and start date and end date. That's all, nothing else. January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. The start date and end date of the review period. That's all. Save and close. Review period got created. Next, step 2 completed. After review period, go to step 3 and create the performance document type. Somewhere you can find here team. Okay, performance document type you don't find here. You should go to setup and maintenance, because that will be showing actually under performance management module. That's why you can come to development and search with performance document type. This is a task team. Come to performance document types, go to this one, and then click on plus icon and define the performance document type thing. 2022 annual performance document. The name I'm giving like this. Then here also team, you have to give that particular review period time that, I mean, cycle that what you are giving, the same you have to give here to December 31st. And here team, while you creating the performance document, you can select this option team. Like worker can select manager when creating document. Like when we are tagging the performance document to the employee, and performance evaluation in every organization will start with employee self-evaluation. Like worker will give his self ratings. Then it will go to the manager and manager will give the ratings to the employee team. So when worker starting the performance document evaluation for that year, he can choose this document to which manager he want to be reviewed. That leverage or the provision you want to give to the employee, that employee can select the manager to whom they want to send their performance evaluation. This you can check box thing. Worker can select manager when creating document. But if I'm not checking box this one, then automatically whoever is the manager to the employee in the system at the assignment level, to that a manager it will go to. Click on save and close. Okay, that's all. So I created the goal library, I mean goals in the goal library, then review period I created and document type I created. Then step 4 team, create the eligibility profile. For which set of people in the system you are planning to tag the goal plan, or you are going to assign the goals. So let's say team, for our training purpose, we will try to find out any employee in the system, and we'll try to find that employee is from which legal entity or like that. Based upon that, we will define our eligibility profile team. So let's say I'm going to person management, and let's say I will search with an employee called Mahesh Kumar. So this person is from which legal entity or which business unit? Let me check out team. Okay, he is from India legal entity, and he is from the business unit of India, and he is working in the job called payables manager. Okay. Okay, close it. Now I got it team. Now I want to make this employee eligible to the goal plan so that we can create a eligibility profile based upon that parameters team, because to make the things granular level. So I'm coming to my client group, then I'm going to goals. Okay. And then I will go to eligibility profiles. Go to eligibility profile, right team? And here I will create my eligibility profile. We know, right? Already in the absence module, we have seen how to create the eligibility profile. Same way. So I'm not going to discuss again what is this profile usage or assignment to use everything. So I will give something like a goal eligibility profile. So the name I'm giving like goal eligibility profile. But one thing I want to make you clear is team, whenever you creating eligibility profile, okay, which you want to use in your goal plan, profile usage, keep it as goals management. If you create any other option other than goals management, then this eligibility profile will not show when you're creating the goal plan team. So profile usage, keep as goals management. Then I will go to employment level parameters. Then legal entity I will choose, because that employee is from India legal entity 01. Let us try to create the eligibility profile based upon that LE only. India legal entity, and also business unit what team? Let us use the business unit also. Means people of India legal entity 01 and people of business unit of India business unit. And also I will use the position level parameter also team, because I don't know in the demo instance for how many people are hired in this BU. So to make our job easy, because when we're tagging the goal plan team, it will take a lot of time when we run the process. That's why I'm trying to make it comprise. So even position I will tag. So people who are working in India legal entity in the system and in the BU of India BU, and whoever working in this position of payables manager team. That is what our employee Mahesh having, right? So payables manager. Now the point is, now I don't know. Which exactly? Okay, let's find. We'll use only till the business unit of India. So two parameters I have used: people who are working in India legal entity and people who are working in India business unit in that legal entity. All that people should be enrolled with the goals. So I created the goal eligibility profile team. Then done. All the prerequisites are completed team. Now you can go to the task of goal plan and create your goal plan team. Go back. Under goals, you have something called a goal plan here. Now come to the goal plan. I'm getting an error. It's a very important thing that I want to inform you everything. What is that team? As a implementation user, when I came to this particular goal plan screen, I'm getting an error. What is that team? Access denied. Error. You can't complete this transaction because your person information is incomplete. Contact an HR specialist or other administrator. What is this team? If you want to create a goal plan in the system, you should be the employee in the system team. Only employee in the sense, you should have the worker record in the system. Now, whatever the user account I'm using, HCM_IMPL, it is just a user account team, which I'm using for our training purpose. So the employees in the organizations only can create the goal plan. So what I will do is I will sign out from my login HCM_IMPL and I will try to log in with one of the HR administrator in this system team who is an employee in one of the legal entity. That is Mr. Curtis Fiati. I will try to log in with this employee credentials team. And now let me go to the same screen. Now I won't get any issues. See, now I'm logging in as Curtis Fiati, who is employee in this system team. Now I'm going to my client groups. Then I'm coming to the goals. Okay. Then I will go to goal plan. Now see team, I don't get any issue. I will land up on goal plan creation screen. See. So the users in the system only, users in the sense, the workers in the system only can create the goal plan. Just if you have a user account, a technical or the super user account for the implementation purpose, if you define, that will not work team. Okay. Now come to the goal plan and here you can create your goal plan team. Primary plan is not required. You can come to plans here and click on add. Okay. Click on add. So here as a HR, you are creating the goal plan in the system team. So what is a goal plan? 2022 goal plan Tata. I'm giving like this thing. Name of the plan like this. Status active. Any description if you want, you can write about here team. And then review period. See, just before to this task, we created the review period. It is asking C now when we're defining the plan. So here you select your review period. See, this is our review period, 2022 review period Tata, right? Then start date and end date automatically comes from the review period team, the goal plan start date and end date team. And then when you creating a goal plan in the system, it will ask you some options team, goal weights, enable some of the goals to 100%. What is this team? I told you, right? Whenever you're tagging the goals to the employee, you can give the weightage to your goals team, like 50% weightage, 10% weightage, 5% weightage. So do you want to enable that weightage and you want to sum all the goals? If 10 goals I am tagging to the employee, the entire sum of the weightages we are giving to that goal should be 100%. Something that validations you are expecting the weights, you can enable here. If you are not using the weights concept in the goal, then don't use it. It's not mandatory. Then allow updates to goals by. Like C team, you are enrolling the goals via goal plan to the employee. Who can update that goals if anything they want to do? HR specialist and manager, or HR specialist, manager and worker also. If I select this one team, all the three people can do the updations to the goals team. If I select only HR specialist and manager, worker cannot do any updates to the goals which are tagged to him by the HR. Only manager and HR can do that updates. So the access you can set up which people can update the goals which are tagged to the employees in this plan or through this plan. And then team, actions for workers and managers on HR assigned goals. Now, this is the HR assigning goal plan to the employees team. What actions worker and manager can perform? First of all, you are allowing the updates that manager and worker can do. What they can do, you can see. They can cancel the goal. They can delete the goal permanently. If I give both the options, team, cancel and delete, hit manager or employee, they can do both cancellation or deletion of the goal to the employee team. Cancellation means goal will show there, but it will be in the status of cancelled. But delete, if you do permanently from the database, it will remove team. You can't even find in the system as part of auditing also. So you are allowing, first of all, manager and worker to update the goals if anything they want. But what updates they can do? Cancel and delete. Or you want to give only cancel option, then delete they cannot perform. Delete and cancel, you can give that one. And then team, performance document type. This is what we defined just before, the performance document type. The document type you have to tag here. What is that team? 2022 annual performance document. This is ours, correct? So select that one. And then evaluation type, you can set up team. By default, you can go with this default option. And then maximum goals for this goal plan. What is this team? Here, when you're creating a plan, after giving all these basic information team, here is a place where you are going to assign the goals, whatever the goals you want to enroll to the employees through this plan. So you can set up the maximum limiting. I'm giving maximum goals as 10. Maximum goals as 10. And team, I want to tell you, this is one of the latest feature came in 2023. Current year, we are in the first quarterly upgrade release, correct? Our application is what? We are in 23A. See? This feature came in this release only. For the previous batch, when I'm talking about, when I'm taking up the previous batch prior to yours, this functionality is not there. It came in this current release only, 23A. In the last month, February month, when we received this 23A upgrade, we received this new feature. What is this one? If you go with this functionality, maximum goals you can set up team. Means in this goal plan, whatever you're creating, here you are going to assign the goals in the plan team. Maximum 10 only you can assign at one time to the employee. If you want to have such validational restriction giving to the HRs, then you can set up team. Maximum goals for this. And enforce maximum goals, something like that. If I select team, this functionality will work out. If you are not selecting this one, it works as an optional. More than 10, if you give also, it will take up. But when you giving maximum goals, some number team, select this one, enforce maximum goals. Then it will validate. Maximum 10 goals only in the plan you can assign to the employees team. Then allow private goals to exceed maximum goal. What is this private goals team? See, first of all, you have to know one thing. As a HR, if you want to enroll the goals to the employee via goal plan, we are going to enroll. But I told you, as a manager or as an employee, they can directly add the goals to the employee level team. On top of Oracle assigning goal, HR assigning goals, employee can also assign the goals to him. So private goals are that one. A part of this goal plan. Any other goals, if employee directly assigning to himself or manager assigning to, do you want that to be allowed? Means more than 10, if the count is coming to the employee, should that be allowable? I don't want to allow it. Then don't check box this one. So it will strictly adhere to this rule. Maximum 10 goals in that year, employee can be tagged with. That's all. So do you want to set up that validation team? You can go with this option team. Or else if you don't want to give any such maximizing of goals in the plan, then don't enable it. You can add as many goals you want to the employee for that year. And then team, when you're creating a plan, after this information, here is the place where you are going to tag your goals. So here team, click on add, okay? Click on add and you can search the goals from your library. Already in the goal library, you defined all your goals, correct? You can find, see, the moment I click on add goal team, you can search for your library. So let me check out, generate 70% of revenue. My goal is here, From where it is coming? Already I defined my goals in the library in the system. From there, I am using team. See now? All the details will synchronize. Goal, name, everything, team. It's still now. See, it got synchronized. Then allow worker to update key attributes if I select team. In the front end for this goal, worker can able to update anything they want. And what is the users permitted to delete HR assigned goals? So this one also team came in this release only in 23A. So basically what is that? Actually at the goal plan level, you have configured team like manager and worker can have the actions like cancel or deletion. At the goal level, you can also give team. You are telling here only manager only. So though at the plan level, you have given the option to employee and manager both. At the goal level, when you are adding, you are telling only managers can delete the HR assigned goals. Only manager can perform that. Worker will be excluded from that. So anything you want, you can update here team. Click on OK. Like that, all the goals, whatever we added in the library or whatever the goals you want to assign to the employees team, add it in the plan here. So first generate 70% sales revenue, right? Now if I scroll down, I can see the goal added here team. See, then one more, click on add, then search it, create brand awareness. Now select it. Okay, then click on OK. Then create at least 20% sales turnover or whatever it is, the goal I created. Click on add. So you have to add all your goals in the plan team. Then click on OK. Then build a sales team of 10 members. Come down and add the goals here. Okay, from the library, I can search here. And I can add here. Then introduce 3 brand new products. Add that goal also here, team. Add. So if you don't want to pick from the library, directly you can create the goal here and then itself team. As a HR, you have that provision also. But I'm using the existing goals, what I have included in my library. Then achieve 40% of sales target. That goal also I will add. Okay. Okay. Then click on OK. Now see team, goal plan you are configuring. You have added the goals in the goal plan, what you are planning to assign to the employee. And after this team, if you come, select eligibility profile. So here is the place where you are going to assign the eligibility profile to the goal plan. What is your goal plan 2022? Not that one, sorry. Eligible goal, something you define. Yeah, goal eligibility profile. Okay, select it, click on required and click on save. Now, till here, the goal plan configuration is sufficient. Now, in this profile, whatever the parameters are included, when I complete the goal plan creation, and there is one process which I have to run. When I run that one, the system for all that people, the goal plan will be targeting as per the eligibility profile who are all getting qualified. Now, on top of the eligibility profile, here you added only in the eligibility profile people of India legal entity and India business unit. But apart of that too, I have one more person or 2 other persons whom I want to add. But as the eligibility profile, they are not getting qualified. If you want, you can manually add the workers also team. Click on add. Click on add. So let's say there is something, a worker called Mr. Charles Johnson, who is actually not qualifying as per the eligibility profile, but still I want that fellow to be enrolled with the plan. Then on top of eligibility profile, you have the option to include workers manually here. If you want, you can do. Then exclude workers. As per this eligibility profile, all people of India legal entity 01 who are working in India business unit are getting eligibility. Among that people who are eligible, I want to exclude some people. I don't want to enroll the plan to them. But as per the eligibility, they will get enrolled. You can exclude also team. Include and exclude the people directly. You can add whoever you want to include on top of this eligibility, whom you want to exclude. If you are not having any such requirement, all the people who are qualifying as per this profile level parameters, they should be enrolled. Then don't go with include or exclude workers team. Now click on save and close. Click on save and close. Goal plan creation completed by this task team. If you want your goal plan to check, you can change the parameters here, team. You have currently set up as 2024 cycle. Select your review period here, team. So your goal plan you can see here. This is the plan which you created. Creating the goal plan will not complete our requirement, team. We have one more step, step 6. That is the final step, team. What is that? Run, manage, goal, scheduled process. This is the final step, team. After creating the goal plan, if you want the plan to enroll to all the employees as per the eligibility profile, this process we have to run in the system. Where it is there, team, come back to the goals. And here you have something called scheduled process for performance goals. Click on this one. Okay. And then go to process type. And here you come to assign goal plan. This one I will talk in next 10 minutes, team. This one, assign goal plan. Click on assign goal plan. And here you search in the process name, all your goal plans will be available, team. Okay. So where is your goal plan? What is that? 2022 goal plan Tata. See this one. Click on OK. Then you can click on submitting. Click on submitting. Then click on OK. Then go to monitor process and check out whether that process completed or not. If you are not running the process, team, the plan will not be tagging to the employee. This process will evoke the eligibility profiles that what we have tagged at the plan level, and it will assign the plans to those respective eligible people accordingly, team. So once I complete the process, team, I will try to log in with one of the employee who is working in this application in India legal entity in the system, team. And let's check it out, whether the goal plan enrolled to the employee or not. So still it is running. That's why I told, right? Because I don't know how many people now getting tagged with that goal plan. How many people actually there in India legal entity, we don't know. That's why taking some time. Let's see, team. Because until and unless I complete this process, the plans will not tag to the employee. Still running. Okay, now it succeeded, team. Now what I will do is, I have kept already one user in the system. I know that there is one employee which I have kept before the session, team. That is Mr. Mahesh Kumar, I believe. Yes. There is one employee login, team, which I already reset in the system, who is working in our India legal entity 01. Now let me try to log in as an employee and let's check it out, whether for that employee, the plan enrolled or not. So this is the employee Mahesh Kumar. Now I'm logging in as an employee, team. So where you can check from employee self-service, the goals that are assigned to the employee, team. So once you log in as an employee in the system, go to me. Under me, you have something called career and performance, team. Go to this career and performance. And then here you have something called goal section, team. So here an employee can check what are the goal plans that are enrolled to him. What are the goals enrolled for the review period, everything. Go to goals. Okay. Go to goals. And here an employee can check, team. So see, the moment I came to goals, he can filter accordingly. The review period, 2022 review period of Tata, and the goal plan which is assigned to him, 2022 goal plan Tata. See, team, this is the plan, and this plan, these are the goals which are assigned to him. Achieve 40% of sales conversion with advertising. build a sales team with 10 members, conduct at least 20 sales program, whatever the goals I tag, everything. Now, as I told you, right, as an employee, he can directly also add the goals in the plan. Here, team, as I told you, add button. So click on add, you can select that library. I mean, whatever the goals that you want to add. Okay, there is something called, in this instance already there is some goals that I am selecting team. You can select it. Private means that you are adding up here on top of the plan goals which are tagged to you. So right, you can submit team. You're almost there, ready to submit your changes. Click on submit. If any approval that you configure team, that will go for approval, or else it will automatically take. See, actually it went for approval because in this instance probably performance goal approval process enabled. That's why it went for approval, or else it will directly submit team. So if you come to the notifications team, actually the notifications are not enabled. Like when HR specialist assign the goals to the employee, worker should receive the notification. If I would have enabled that one in the goal notifications, as an employee, I could able to see the notification coming also to me team. So here, as an employee, where he can check the goals. Unnecessarily, I did the submission, or else I want to show you some other thing. We used to have an actions button where you can have the options like cancel goal, delete goal, or assign goal, like that team. So as an employee also, he can do certain things like whatever the permittable actions we have given when we're configuring the plan. So this is from the employee self-service window team, like how he can check the goals. Now, as a manager, where a manager can check the goals to the subordinate team. So if I go to sign out, I don't know exactly who is the manager of this Mahesh Kumar, but let me show you where usually managers can check with our Curtis Fiat login only team. Okay, let me log in back as a HR. And this Curtis Fiat is also a managerial cadre person in the system who is having certain subordinates under him. So where a manager can check team, manager, if you want to check, let's assume now Curtis Fiat is a manager. Once he come to my team, then he will have something called career and performance again under my team. So once a manager come to career and performance team, they can filter that review periods here team. Okay, if any plans that are tagged to their subordinates, they can even find here team by filtering up here. So these are the subordinates of my employee manager, let's say. So here you can check for which employee you want to check for this employee, let's say. Click on that. And if any goal plan assigned to the employee, the performance documents, everything a manager can view or access from here team. So currently there is no plan actually for these people because these are another people, not from India legal entity. But actually you can explore this one. Similar to employee, how the screens looks like. Here also the same thing team. You can view the goal plans, whatever assigned as a manager, and you can perform the transactions team. Now I have created a plan and I enrolled the plan to the employees team. After creating the plans, now business came and telling that, Kumar, there are 3 more additional goals which we have to tag to the employees. How? Already the plan created and the plan was published in the system and the plan tagged to all the employees in the organization team. For let's say 1,000 employees are there in that legal entity. For all that people, the plan and the goals are assigned. Now business came and telling 3 more goals we have to tag to all that employees. It was missed while the plan was created. How can I do that as a HR admin? So there is a process that where you can mass assign the goals to the employee. This is an important interview question too. You can do mass assigning of goals to the employees team. After the goal plan defined and tagged to the employee, still if you want to upload or enroll any goals to the employee team in the same goal plan, then you can have a process called mass assignment of goals. For all the population, you can do the mass enrolling of goals. How you can do that one team? Come to my client group, go to goals, okay? Then within the goals only team, we have something called setup of performance goal, mass assignment and mass sharing. Come to this process team, okay? Then click on add and initiate the mass assignment process team. So process is what you want to share the goals or assign, I want to assign the goals, not sharing team. So process name, I will go with 2022 mass assigning of goals. Anything you can name. For my understanding purpose, I am giving like this thing. Then review period you select. For which review period? This is the review period. And this is the goal plan by default will come. Then requester, you can give, it's an optional team. Who is telling to a mass assign? Any HR head details if you want to tag, you can give team. Then exclude workers who are not part of the goal plan. If I select this one team, if any people are not tagged with goal plan, but now they are getting eligible with this process team, for them, this particular process will exclude because the plan is not there. Without a plan, goal is useless. So that will be excluded team. Then here you can select team. For which people you want, again, the eligibility profile you can tag. For which people? So for all these people. So the same eligibility profile I'm tagging team. Sorry, enable it and required save. Then on top of that, any others, if you want to include, you can include here team, but I don't want. Then goals. What goals team? I want these goals. Let us pick up the goals which we created. Goal A, goal B. Let us add them team. Okay. Click on OK. Okay. I think when I'm creating, I have not given the details. Start date is. Okay. Then what else I want? What else I want? Goal A I added. Then goal B. We have created, right? These things also. That's I'm using team. Okay. Okay. So like that, whatever the goals now you want to bulk assign to the employees team, you add all the goals in this process team in the mass assigning of goals. Now click on save and close. If you want, you can search whatever the process you initiated based upon the filter you can find. This is the mass assigning process you initiated team. After you are initiating the process, here you did that one. Again, go to schedule process for performance goals. And now process type you choose. Earlier, when you assigning the goal plan, you have chosen assign goal plans. Now I am on mass assigning. Now select mass assign and you select your process team. So here you have something called 2022, something mass assigning of goals. This is the one. 2022 mass assigning of goals. This is your process which you have created team. Select that one and click on submit team. So here also you have to run this process. Now go to monitor process. Okay. Then refresh till the time you see this process gets completed team. So once this process completed, you go back to the employee and check whether the new goals added to the bucket or not, you can find team. So let me wait for the process completion. Okay, it's completed team. Now what I will do is I will sign out as a HR in the system now. Now I'm logging in as employee team. With Mahesh Kumar, I will try to log in. Okay. And now let's check it out. Whether the 3 goals or 2 goals, what we are trying to tag are enrolled or not, you can see team. Now me, then I'm coming to career and performance. Then I will go to goals again. Okay. And let me check out team in the same goal plan. See, goal A and goal B also added now. These are prior goals. What we have tagged earlier. What is that? Achieve 40%, build a sales team of 10 members. These are prior goals. But these things, see, this is something which employee tagged team. 50% of pipeline, that's okay. Now here, see, goal A and goal B. These are tagged here. See. So after the goal plan publishing also, if you want to assign the goals to the employee in that plan, you can make use of mass assigning of goals team. And one more thing I want to tell you. Now let me sign out as an employee team and let me sign in back as a HR. Now, as a HR admin in the system, you want to check for any employee, let's say, what are the goals that are assigned to him? As a HR, you want to check. How you can check, team? Because you got some issue reported by your end user saying that some goals are not showing to me, Kumar, something. As a HR, you want to debug the issue. So first you want to know what are the goals that are tagged to the employee. So as a HR admin, how he or she can check the goals related to the employee team? Go to my client group, then go to goals. Okay. Under my client group, go to goals. And here we have something called performance goals. For an individual employee in the system, HR want to check what are the goals enrolled to him. HR should come to this one team. Performance goals. Okay. And here, search with the worker team. You can search with worker name. First, you select the review period team. So what is the review period? My review period is 2022 review period Tata. And search with employee team, worker name. So this is the employee Mahesh Kumar. Now select it. Now you see team. So as a HR, you can find the people or employee related goals here team. So all the goals. So from here, anything that HR want to perform, select that particular goal and go to actions, and they can perform things like cancel, delete if they want. I want to delete this goal. I don't want for this to employee. So delete the goal A. See goal A deleted. In the front end, even employee, when he log in now, he will not see goal A from his list of goals available team. So as a HR, if you want to perform any transactional related things with respective to the individual employee, you can access them in the performance goal team. So this is about the whole configuration of goal management in the system team. Post this, we have to talk about the performance configuration. So we have something called performance management team. Only one topic which we left out in this concept. So this is about in and large the concept of goal plan creation in the system team. Okay. So let me conclude the topic here for today.